Hello! Welcome to Tuesday's Tips and Tales with Cece and Corey Live. We apologize for the delay. We are having technical difficulties. I can't even pronounce it.
Technical difficulties.
I was walking around
And then some.
the studio. By the way, somebody get us a studio, please.
Yes.
Please.
We were willing to, neither of us are gay, but we're willing to learn.
Yes.
For studio.
We just need a studio. So I'm walking around with the iPad. He's like, get a connection, get a connection.
Neither of us are hetero either, but we're willing to learn that too.
And we're shiny.
That's we're
We
very
say
shiny.
this all the time, but then when the video comes out, we're not shiny.
But now we're live. We're good.
Some cleavage going on here.
Woo! That was a
Woo.
little extra.
That
Was a technical delay.
I got some spot going
Had too much cleavage.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How's Dad doing?
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Dad's
Thanks
good.
for joining
Mom's
us.
good. Thank you. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I ran into your sister briefly.
I know. This is the problem about living in the main line. God help us.
She's lovely.
I know. She took all the good genes. Very
She
annoying.
is. She's really cute. What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
She scraped that wound clean before she left.
What is that shirt you have on tonight?
It's a little yellow.
It's like mustard.
Yeah, a little
Does
mustard.
it say anything? Usually you have some. Yeah.
Corey's great.
CC.
See below for extra big.
You wish.
I know.
And
That's why there's truth in false advertising.
And Corey and I had a little run-in this weekend, didn't we? No. No. Actually, I would like to have. I heard you had some stuff going on.
Oh, yeah,
Show-wise.
I did. So, yes,
Yeah.
New York was going on. Yes, it was very
I
fun.
wasn't
very
invited again. Never invited.
Well, do you really want to stay to Ramada in a twin bed with me?
No.
See? Well, there
I
you
wouldn't
go.
stay in, the Park Plaza with you.
Yes, you would. I'm sure I could entice you to that one.
Adjoining rooms, please.
Yes, so we got the Waldorf Astoria King Tower Suite.
No kidding.
Then you would probably be like, well, give it some thought.
No.
See, every woman, it's like, no. And then you show them the suite and they're like, well, I'd get naked for that.
I would say no, I wouldn't. You never sleep where you
Then
eat.
3 drinks later, you're like, let's go. That's all it takes, baby. It's all it takes.
So everybody's doing good.
Everybody's
Listen,
doing good.
we are so sorry. 2 weeks ago, we had that raging snowstorm,
Yes.
right? And
Bad.
neither one of us
Was around. And it was very icy and not
bad.
good.
I was out shoveling. Were you?
And that's what the association fees are for.
Oh, you live in a condo?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what's
so
great.
nice. Never seen this condo.
And I do have to
Don't
shovel.
even
I have
know
to
what
shovel my
it says.
car out. And I
I
have to
think you
shovel a
live
little
in the
bit.
basement.
I
Your
have to
mom's
shovel
basement.
my steps and stuff and a little bit about my car, but that's
Right.
about it. That's why I pay the association. It's great. You walk out, boom, pretty much ready to go.
So I hired my neighbors.
You had kids?
I hired a kid, and he had this big ass snowblower. I mean, seriously, it was the size of a car, and he just up and
How's it
down.
I don't even know if that makes
Up
that
and down.
noise.
And I have a tight driveway, so
You have a
where's
tight
the
what?
Yeah,
Driveway.
yeah, same thing,
So I've heard.
same thing. And
So
I
it's
was
right
wondering
around
where
town.
that snow was gonna
The
go.
Fleet Week. Tight driveway. Right in, right out.
So I got it done, and he was so.
Did you use a
sweet.
backup camera?
I paid him. I put the brakes on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right.
Why don't you come in for some hot cocoa?
They call me Mrs. Robinson.
Are you sure you done it all?
Hey,
Did you shave
Mrs.
my walk? I mean, did you paint my
Robinson.
walk?
I know. He was a
You know, it's
good-
funny you said it
He's a
because
good kid. He's a good kid.
there is almost we were laughing when I was shoveling out my cars a little bit. My neighbor and I were laughing that no kids walk up and down just to do that last little
We
bit
used to
for
do
like
that all
$5,
the
$10.
time, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I would throw a kid even $20 just to shovel out my car. I'm like, dude, $20, there you go. No kid wants to do it. They're all in there playing their pods and their pads
Right.
and all that stuff. Whatever happened to those old days of
I paid him
entrepreneur?
$40.
Mowing lawns,
I paid him
shoveling
$40.
driveways. It's gone now. The youth work ethic is completely gone.
Not
It's
in
like
this
you just
neighborhood.
get to the internet, you do as little work as possible, and you try to make your million, and you're done. That's it.
Well, I think it's mostly the physical. The kids.
Doing it physical? Let's start with hand holding.
Again, not with you.
Start with
We
hand holding.
don't sleep where we eat.
Heavy petting.
Oh my God, he never stops. Thank God my dog's not here. It would be like he'd have to leave the room. I know.
Dog just lies back and takes
So
it.
back at this, these kids are they have been in an environment of technology. It's all our faults, right? And they have to learn the technology to keep up with their peers because
True.
all these kids are going to college and they know everything about computers and and social
But
media. And
it doesn't take a lot of technology to pick up a shovel.
Yeah, but I know. So, anyways.
What happened? What happened to the, you know,
Not, again.
whole generation is lost on that.
Not in our town. So, the neighbor boy, he was lovely, came over with his dad's big-ass, like, snow machine and, like, blew everything out. He even did my sidewalk, and he would shovel. So I gave him $40.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty good, $40.
$40 is good for,
Right?
you know, for shoveling and all that stuff.
It was just snow blowing and then shoveling the
Now, how much
walkway.
to make love to you?
Oh, that was free.
Oh,
Yeah.
that kid's happy.
Perks.
$40 and sex.
Perks.
Can you beat it?
Like,
No.
oh, come on, please. I can't talk that way about them. And then I have other neighbors, kids who will come over and dog sit if I'm traveling, or you pay them whatever, and they watch the house and the kids. It's awesome.
Watch the house.
And I had a couple other of the boys help me out with cleaning out my garage last year and
Nice.
doing some heavy lifting and whatnot. Yeah, so. But I got your point.
Some heavy lifting? Did they hold up your cleavage?
You had to carry me around the house. So, yeah, it was crazy. And then last week we had technical problems. Again, that's why we're late tonight. No, it's not me. It's called Verizon. Verizon, get your act together. Seriously. I got the new, what are you doing? He's playing with himself again. I just can't stop him. So anyways, we're here and we're so glad to be back. Cheers. Why is he pointing at me? I'm going to...
She's the problem.
It's funny how I'm the problem, then he shows up 2 minutes before the show and everything's done. Yay! Thank you for coming.
I see, I know. This is what I do. I show
Did
up
you
and
say
I
you're the
solve
star?
problems.
Did you say you were the star?
I come up and solve the problems.
That's so
what I do.
funny.
That's what I do. That's who I am. Come
Anyways,
with the mustard shirt.
so tonight's
Pre-statement.
show is kind of
Yes.
like hitting the trifecta. You know what that is.
3 chicks at once?
That's a Trey Menage a trois. Trey Menage.
I'm gonna spit that out. I'm gonna spit that out, guys. Spit that out. She's got a whole bag of sentences over
Menage
there.
a trois.
She's gonna finish one of those sentences, I swear to
Menage
God.
a trois. I was trying to flip it around and make it less French.
Okay.
So it's like hitting the trifecta. We're going to talk about, on Twitter, I put it out there as wax on, wax off. And so, we're coming into spring.
Miyagi would do well with that.
We're coming into spring. We are in spring and summer. And not that people don't like landscape during the winter.
But in the summertime with the bikinis, you really...
Well, it's not just the girls. It's the guys. The guys are like, oh, I've been letting this back hair grow all winter. It's
yeah.
It's like turf.
Nice.
I can hit golf balls off of it. And now I need to go get it waxed so I can go on the beach.
That would be the rough, actually, not golf balls off of it. The ball call lands in your back hair, it's in the rough.
But
No.
you tee off from the green,
I'm
right?
about to tee off.
The tee off, the tee box.
Yeah.
Like in my book, turf management is chapter.
Yes, it is.
Super
management.
funny. And it's about the guy with the back hair. So all these guys, and if you saw one of my shows last summer in Narragansett, I took a
Bless you.
picture. I took
God bless you.
Narragansett, Rhode Island. I took a picture of, I swear, he could have been the character of my book. And they're all true stories. But it wasn't him. He was so big and had so much hair in his back. I was like in a sound sleep. And my friends go, Cece, get up. And they go, look at that. And there's this huge guy walking down the beach in a teeny weeny sparkly blue bikini. Hey, that was good. Teeny weeny sparkly blue bikini. And back hair.
It's a commercial.
Like the 18th hole at Augusta. I almost said 19th. We know where that is, the bar.
Indeed.
So we're going to talk about, like, everyone's getting prepared now. So the trifecta is we're waxing,
Right.
manscaping, landscaping, she-scaping, whatever scaping.
Some scaping.
Then
Something getting in.
it leads to the spring fling where everybody's horny in the spring. It's
Very
getting
true.
warm, everybody wants to get out, everybody wants to hook up, and hopefully not the married people, and
that's gonna
with
happen
each
too.
other. And then what does that lead to? One night hookup or a relationship and late night booty calls.
Yep.
Right? What should we talk about first?
Late night booty calls.
Yeah, you want to talk about
What do you,
that first?
what do you know about that?
We've all been there.
We have. It's, yeah. So what, do you want to do that?
Well,
It's too late now. It's not late night.
so how many drinks does it take you
How about
before...
early night booty call?
How many,
A quarter of
how
eight
many
booty call.
cocktails does it take for you to do the late night booty call?
Oof.
Have you done it
It does
sober?
none. It's none. It's the
Have you ever done this sober?
Yeah, you know what it is? It's not for me. It's not the drinking. It's the loneliness. I mean, you're at home. I know.
I'm so lonely.
It's like you're like.
Baby.
We have you have like a movie that reminds you of her, or it's like a.
Such a girl.
I am. Yeah. You know, it's just like it reminds you of you. You're like, oh, I wish she was here watching with me. It's like we used to watch this together, and it makes you. And then you go, doot, doot, doot. That's where it goes.
Really?
It's always the loneliness.
It's a
It's always like a
movie?
memory
It's like a
sense.
movie?
It's not necessarily the drinking. Drinking, I'll go home and pass out. That doesn't.
No, but you know, like if you have one drink or two, and then you kind of like feel, you know, all the memories start coming back.
Usually that drinking I'm doing is on the road, so it's gonna be like a whole booty call for her to come out to Buffalo to meet me.
Phone sex.
She must be really
Right.
horny if she's gonna come 5 hours out of her way.
No, but let's say you do have a real job during the
Right.
day, and you're home during the week,
Right.
and you have this. You're watching Lassie or like some, you know, All Dogs Go to Heaven or something, and you say, "Oh, we used to watch this together," right?
Yeah, I guess.
What are you doing?
I'm giving you this. Actually, was
He's on technology. So, anyways, who has done the booty call out there? All right, I'm guilty for sure, like so many times. But mine's more like I want to have fun with someone more than the loneliness thing.
See, I think it's easy for a guy to do a booty call. I think it's so hard for women to do. Women will.
Why?
I think women. Yeah, women are more like me, which is bad. It's more like the loneliness, so they'll reach out to a guy, but they're not looking for sex. They're just looking for companionship and somebody.
Do you think all guys are like that?
No, most guys are just want the sex.
Right.
And I do want the sex with it. Don't get me wrong. But
Oh, you're so sensitive.
I do want the closeness. I like the closeness. I like somebody there. I like enjoying a movie or a moment with somebody. I don't like enjoying it alone.
Right.
But just don't talk. The talking has to stop.
Who dates people who talk during movies?
Oh my God! Everyone I've ever dated.
Really? What are you talking
Oh my
about?
God! It's like and the murder. So anyway, let me tell you about this story that's at work today. I'm like, dude, really? Right now? 2 hours into the movie? And
So you're gonna put it on pause?
I do, and they get angry. Why did I pause it? Why wouldn't I pause it? I don't want to hear you talking over the big thing. I mean, you
Getting angry again. What do you do when you go to a movie theater? Do they talk that?
No, because I have to be more distracted by the kicking of my seat than I do have them talking throughout the whole thing.
Wow, you just.
In fact, actually, you know what? You're right. You're right. I should take more
Everybody
movies.
remember, I am right.
You are right. I'll tell you right in this moment. When we watch movies at home, they cannot shut up. But if we go to a movie theater, they never talk. You're right. That's the way to go. There's the key,
How many
guys.
years did
Take them to a
they-
movie theater, they won't say a word. Bring them home, yap, yap, yap.
I don't know. Like, I've always been like, shh,
No.
I gotta listen to this.
No, it's
Well,
that is
most of
so
I've
wrong.
never like dated a guy that wanted to like chit chat during a movie. So if we go back to the booty call, yeah. So from a woman's standpoint, it's not loneliness, at least for me. And any women out there that are tuning in, is it sex? For me, it's just fun. It's just like, oh, come on, let's go have fun. I've been out with my girlfriends. I want to go like, you know,
Have some fun now.
laugh with somebody, maybe catch a movie, on the couch.
Yeah, exactly.
Glass
I mean,
of wine.
if you're, I mean, there's
But
some
it's not
nights.
a loneliness-driven factor.
Yes, I mean, there's some nights like if it's like a Tuesday, Wednesday night, I'm at home alone. I love that. I need my time alone. But I think it's like a Friday or like a Sunday. You're kind of like, ooh, I wish
Right.
somebody was be here with me.
I think that guys go out, and then when they can't hook up, then they do the
Then
booty
the-
call to their ex.
That's a
Because
lot.
they want to get laid, right?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. If you go,
It's not
go,
you,
If you go,
I know.
If you go take care of yourself, it's all good.
Yeah, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. No boobies,
It is, isn't it?
no,
It is the same.
That's because you date
Sometimes
girls who
better.
talk during movies.
Oh my God, the talking. Talking has to stop.
So
Constant.
the booty calls. I mean, come on. What do you think the number one reason for booty call is?
Of course, it's sex. That's the number one. There's the only reason you call your ex for sex.
Loneliness is up there.
It's got to be up there. It's probably a solid 2.
How about rekindling? Trying to rekindle. How about, have you ever booty called and they're like, don't call me again. Leave me alone. Have you said that, or have they said that to you?
I don't know if anybody said it to me or said it to them. I think it's just one of those, like, I always get the, like, is this just for one night? Are we really getting back together? I get the extended conversation. So instead of just being in the moment and being like, let's get together,
Right.
it's always this long, inundated texting of like, where's this going? What does it mean?
But you date crazy chicks.
Always.
Yeah,
And
and
not that it's
so
one woman
I
ever.
couldn't imagine that you wouldn't, in that part of the top 3 or 4 reasons why people booty call, they wouldn't be like to say, "Hey, crazy." No cray cray for me. I'm going 9-9.
That's when I go. When I get sometimes you get weak. Like I've gotten weak, and I know that this woman's no good, and I've cut it off. But yet I still call because I get weak.
Because you're horny?
I'm horny. Or I'm just lonely, and I just want somebody there.
How are you lonely of all people?
It's not all the time, but every now and again. Especially, here's the thing. A long road trip, let's say it's like a Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night show, and I'm home Sunday. I'm exhausted, and I just want to relax a little bit.
Snuggie? A little
But then
snuggle?
you do want a little snuggie. You do! Because it's like Sunday
I
night.
do miss the snuggling.
It's like a perfect, it's like it's a little cold or rainy or something. It's Sunday night and you're
Don't you
home.
love rainy days?
And it's like you put a little
Love
fire on, you're
rainy.
like, oh, somebody's got to be here with me. You got to have somebody there.
I'll prefer-
See, most of the Sunday nights I was always with my mom because that's Italian night. Mom, dad, dinner. That's like always family night. But right after that,
What
that's
time
when
does
you're
family night end?
So I usually go over to my dad's around 7. We have dinner. Like this past Sunday, I had dinner with my mom and my dad.
Okay.
And then like 8:30, I left, and I was like, boy, it'd be great to just
Snuggle with somebody?
throw one right in her hair. No, I mean it's just be nice if somebody's there. Yeah.
I like the feel of the body in the bed.
Oh, and that's awesome.
Right?
It's the body heat.
Yeah.
Somebody's in there.
All
It's
naked
great.
and
Oh yeah.
yes. Oiled
No,
up.
I like a couple of like winter coats on first.
So
I like
wait.
I like
Some
earning.
women sleep in flannels. Have you ever been with a woman who sleeps in flannel pajamas? Honestly.
I probably have, but I don't recall it offhand. Oh, you know what it was? Like we did some ski weekends. I had
Really?
it was like bad flannels. It was like such a turn off.
They have like moose.
Oh, it was like sailboats or
Christmas
something.
tree?
Like, it was just
Really?
awful. Oh, it was just bad flannel.
Probably Vineyard Vine.
I mean, it was
sailboat.
warm. I'm sure it was nice, but it's not sexy. You weren't like, oh baby, get that 2-ply flannel on. It's like it's no
Someone
good.
should invent like flannel.
Sexy
bedding.
flannel. Yeah,
sexy
something like
flannel.
that. Just keep you warm, but yet still sexy.
Right. So all right. So we're talking about the booty.
Okay, so here's what I came up with. It was the how to get over your ex.
We
That's
talked
the
about this 2 weeks ago. We talked about should you get back with your
So
ex?
you get back. This
And
is,
we were like, no.
yeah, but this is how to get over. So should
Oh,
you get back? This is how to
gosh.
get over.
Drinking. Smoking weed.
The first rule is to don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Feel better about yourself. Make a list of all the reasons why you deserve to be
Crazy.
happy. I don't know if I would do that. It sounds like a lot of work. Very annoying.
What is it?
Make a list of reasons why you deserve to be happy. That sounds like a project. That sounds like something like a homework. I don't
There,
wanna do that. But
how
just
about one answer? Because
just feel better about yourself.
you know you have the right to be happy.
Yeah.
No one else should make you unhappy.
Get rid of everything that reminds you of this person. Pictures, gifts, phone numbers, that kind of stuff. And that's tough, but that could be another thing. Like if you're looking at pictures, all the good times. See, the first thing,
How about you just put them away?
you could do that. But the first reason, I know that I do this, the first reason I go back to an ex or a booty call or whatever it might be is because I always think about the good times. I'm like, I miss those good times. And then when they come over and they
Yeah.
annoy the ever-loving shit out of you, then you realize that's why we broke up. So you have to remember the bad times as well as the good times to make sure that you don't make the call.
It's hard to recycle. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can recycle, but then you think about it, and it was like you're like, no, you can't recycle.
Right. Well,
You try to recycle, but then you think of all the reasons why you didn't want to be with that person and say, what are you, stupid? Don't go back to that person. You're crazy.
well, you can.
They're not going to give you what you want.
Right. You can go back. I mean, there can be times where it does get better, and there is a good reason to get back together. But it has to be reasons that you can overcome. So if there's like a certain reason, if there's like a definite reason, like she'll never be the religion that you want to be, or she doesn't want to get married and you do. If there's like certain impediments that you'll never get past, then you can't go back. But if there's certain little things that you can get past, then you could get back together. Think of yourself, it talks about, have fun, go out and have fun. That's the biggest thing. Occupy your mind and your time. If you occupy your mind and your time, you'll definitely get over your ex. If you sit there and wallow on yourself,
absolutely. Or like
that's when you go
how
back.
about like calling or going out with your friends and just like
Yeah.
talking constantly about it? It's like
Here's a good one. Go on a vacation. That's a great way.
that's a great idea.
Get away from your memories, get away from her, him, whatever you got to do. It's a great idea.
So
Go.
my first real breakup when I was this was my first real boyfriend or second one. I was in my like mid to late 20s, and I just bolted. I went on,
People.
I just bolted. I left the country. I put a backpack on and I went to Europe. Yeah.
That's serious getting over a guy.
Yeah, you know, and I was lucky because my stepfather was European, and he was like, you need a backpack, and he had this great accent. A backpack and like a beer and just like 3 pairs of jeans, a couple t-shirts, and go. And I did.
That's great.
I did.
That works.
And then it was awesome. I was like, what was I thinking?
Now, if you said, I don't want to spend money on vacation, what else can you do? I don't know what this one says, but it says, try to cook. I don't even know what that means. It's like cooking can be
cook
very
for
common.
yourself all alone, then all of a sudden you're like,
I know,
I used to do this with somebody. Come on.
I know, that's a bad one, but that's what it says.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Don't talk to the same friends that knows that person, that your
Mm-hmm.
ex. So try not to stay away from if they're hanging around him or her, try and get away from that. So try and find some different friends or new friends, something like that.
And then don't fish for information. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
sometimes when you do
that
run
happens.
into those people, you're like, how's he doing? How's she doing? Oh, is he dating anyone?
Yeah.
You gotta walk in with confidence and be like, oh, I'm fine. And then go home and sit in the closet and have a drink and cry your eyes out.
And do whipped cream right in the mouth. Yeah, that shows them. I'm nice and fat.
Well,
no.
how about working out?
No, they're working out. No, so they said.
Exercise.
That's a great point though. Just don't talk to them.
Go
because
and
you're
take
always
it out
you're always
on
going
the
to ask
shit.
about him or her if you're with their other friends. That's a
Always.
good point.
Yeah.
Even though they don't always help talk to family, so that's good. Talk to your family. Your family should be there for you. It's important.
And best friends. I mean, but don't over talk. Like, I mean, sometimes then your family stops taking your calls. Your friends are like, oh, I'm busy. Right?
Yep.
You can overkill for sure.
Yep. So they said also too. Next one was if you've always been meaning to do something like volunteer or
That's a great idea.
try a new sport or take some golf lessons, whatever it was you were going to do, but you didn't do because of your ex and you
Right.
spent so much time together. Go do it. So now you have the time to do it. Go do other things. Again, this will also take your mind off things. It's a great idea.
There's a great, and I think you know this social network called Meet Up. It's
yeah.
in like every city. So those of you out there that are trying to get over someone or want to meet someone, just in our area alone, there were hundreds. I was like, oh, I'm interested in this, and this. And all of a sudden I got like 100 meetups, organizations from hiking groups to traveling groups to beer drinking groups. And I was like, I can't manage this. This is too much. This is
See,
too
there
much.
you go.
So pick one or two and then go and meet people. It's awesome. Meet up.
Meet up.
Try it. Yeah, it's
Definitely
very
good.
cool.
In fact, they've come to a lot of comedy shows.
Yeah.
It's another thing to do. They said that even if you are agreed to be good friends, you may want to cut off contact with this person for a while. So make sure you get over them. Make sure you get past the whole thing, the love, the regret, the whatever it is,
Right.
the anxiety, the anger. Make sure you agree to be friends. Just take some time off. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's 10 years, who knows? But just
Right.
make sure you get past that person before you agree to become friends.
Because you know what? You may think you are, but you're not. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can be friends. And you're like, oh my God, I want to sleep with him. I want to make out with him. I want to like spend the rest of my life with him. So really be careful of that. I'd move on.
Yeah.
That would be me.
It's a tough time. Yeah, unless they're really a good person that you just can't, again, there's some ideology you can't get
Right.
past, then you probably need
It's
to cut off
always
completely.
easier to be friends the person who dumps the person
Right,
than the dumpee.
exactly.
So if I were the dumpee, I would just... And then as soon as you find someone else, everybody's good,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like we moved on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're like Barry Manilow, it looks like we made it. Here's a good one we talked about. Stay away from alcohol and drugs. So that's the biggest thing, is that your alcohol and drugs will get you into that.
Yes.
I need
It
somebody.
can become an
I'm
addiction
horny.
as well.
And exactly, yeah. You can
Yeah.
go into a bad state. So try and stay away from going to bars, just getting over it. Going to drink, it's not a good idea. So
Not a good idea.
make sure you're busy. As again, I think it's all kind of wrapping into the same thing, it seems like.
You
but
just got to keep yourself busy and don't sit
occupy
at
the
home.
mind. Occupy the mind. It's
Yeah,
away from
just
anything
get
else.
out too. And for those of you who work out of the house and this happens to you, go work at Starbucks. Like go to everywhere now has capability where you can work. Like I walk into almost every restaurant or
Yep.
fast food or whatever. I don't eat fast food, but you know, all the different places you can go and hang out. Even the Whole Foods has like great
Yep.
little pubs and they serve food, don't drink, but find your space and get out of the house, because most people find that if they're sitting in the house, they just start thinking, even if they're working
Yep.
and there's no one around. It's It's like Nicholson in The Shining, trapped in the hotel and you can't get out. Here's Johnny, and then you're going after somebody with like an axe.
Exactly.
So.
And then last thing is just don't be alone in your journey. So find a friend of yours, somebody to hang out with, something that takes your mind off it. But don't be alone in your journey, because the more that you're alone, the worse it's going to get, because you're going to think about it. And don't forget the bad times. There's a reason you broke up.
Yeah.
And the reason you broke up, remember that. Even if you have to write it down and look at it, but don't forget the reason that you broke up.
Wow, you're so sensitive tonight. Between this and like lonely and hooking up and...
Yeah, now take your tongue off.
That's alright. Here, hold on, let me change this. So tonight was really a nice little episode to talk about the trifecta of like relationships. And the waxing, we didn't really talk too much, and maybe we can touch on this next week, but...
As we get closer to summer, we should really maybe we should do a demonstration.
Okay.
That'll bring the viewers.
We're going to wax him.
Oh!
So, you know, we'll talk a little bit more. I'd love to touch a little bit more about...
touch?
Yeah, that too, because I touched a lot in my book.
There you go.
Talk about the waxing, and you know, it's really a year-round gig, and the things that happened in my spa room and the stories I heard, and I had over 300 clients over 10 years. It's crazy.
That is
it's all crazy, but we can all relate that. Like you manscape, groomscape, ladyscape, whatever it is, trim the bush.
Woo!
Woo!
Trim it up.
It leads to all these other things. You know, spring fling. Everybody is out. They're getting horny. Their pheromones are all over the place. You're like waxed up. You're flinging, and then you get the booty calls.
Don't forget the old nursery rhyme. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Don't let that garden grow.
That didn't rhyme though.
Don't let the garden grow.
Don't let the garden grow.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
That goes for both sexes, by the way. There's nothing like hairy,
Marty.
Hairy junk, no way.
Don't let that garden grow.
That's right. So we really enjoyed this evening.
It was great.
We're glad to be back.
Good to be back. Technical difficulties aside.
Yeah, snow aside, we are back and we are ready.
We're ready.
Totally ready for action.
We're horned up.
We'll talk a little bit more about
We're
the
buoyed up.
spring flings. I'm going to be watching what's going on out there and on social media, as well as share some more waxing stories and what you need to get waxed, because you need to wax everything. Bikini season is here.
Hell yes.
People are getting crazy. You're going to be on the beach, and there's nothing like a summer relationship.
Oh, I thought you said a great lay.
Well, that too.
There's nothing like a great lay in the summer. Nothing like a great lay in the
But
summer.
you know, once warm weather comes, don't you feel it? It's like your mojo gets going. Everybody's out in the city. I was in Philly this weekend, and everybody was out and
So I think
about.
everybody has this crazy orgy, nutsy stuff in the summer because they go to those house things, they're renting for weekends, and just between the smell of copper tone, a little drinking, the sunshine, you are just ready to bone.
Yes, you are. All right.
I said that in the most
We're gonna
polite
end-
way I could.
We're going to end it on that note.
Ready to
Ready to
bone.
bone. So we will see you next week for Tuesday's Tips and Tales with Cece and Corey Live. Thank you for joining us, and have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.